I'm Veronica Vance. Coming up, we check out a few of the D's unique landmarks in Dearborn, show you where you can take a ride on a B-17, and then we head downtown to sample some surf and turf, so stay tuned.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.
Want to see a few uniquely Metro Detroit landmarks? Well, our region has plenty of these, and today we're going to show off a few in and around the Dearborn area. Of course, we're all familiar with the incredible Henry Ford, home to the Henry Ford Museum and Greenfield Village. Then there's a national historic landmark, the Henry Ford Estate, home of Henry and Clara Ford, the Automotive Hall of Fame, and the Arab American Museum. But if you just want to cruise around and take a look at some unique and one-of-a-kind sights, there's plenty more to see, and we're going to show off a few right now, so let's go. If you've ever driven I-94 near Metro Airport, you can't help but gawk at that huge tire. In fact, it is the world's largest tire. The 80-foot Uniroyal tire was originally designed for the 1964-65 New York World's Fair. At that time, it was a 96-seat Ferris wheel. Now today, it stands as a colossus for all to marvel at when cruising the D. Another I-94 drive-by landmark is the Gateway Bridge. This tide arch bridge over I-94 spans over Telegraph Road in Taylor. It's a steel arch structure and was part of a $58 million project to realign 4 miles of east and westbound traffic along the highway. Your kids will love crossing the bridge and oohing and awing over its cool look and feel. Of course, when you're in Dearborn, it's hard to miss the Glass House, which is the nickname for Ford World headquarters. Standing tall along Michigan Avenue, very often you'll find special events taking place along its grounds. And not far from the headquarters is the original Ford Rouge complex, a testament to American industrial might. It is made up of 93 buildings, totaling nearly 16 million square feet, and it has its own railroad with 100 miles of tracks, 15 miles of paved roads, and 120 miles of conveyors. Today, you can experience a bit of this automotive manufacturing giant by taking the Ford Rouge factory tour, available through the Henry Ford. Located on Ford Road and Wyoming, aptly named the Ford Wyoming, they are the self-proclaimed largest drive-in theater in the world. They have 8 screens and they show movies for all ages. So this is one of the last places to show your kids what it was like to watch a movie from inside your car. We all know that the Detroit Lions football team plays in downtown Detroit at Ford Field, but did you know that their practice field and headquarters is in Allen Park, just east of the Southfield Freeway? The complex is 460,000 square feet, and it includes a full practice field, 2 outdoor practice fields, weight training and locker rooms, a cafeteria, and 103-person auditorium, just to name a few of its amenities. It is also eco-friendly as it was built with renewable and recyclable materials. Given East Dearborn's large Islamic population, it only makes sense that the largest mosque in North America is located in Dearborn. It's here on Ford Road, just east of Evergreen. With a cost of $14 million to build, it is quite an architectural site. Aside from its spires that reach all the way to the clouds, inside the architecture is just as grand. It also has a bookstore, coffee shop, and meeting rooms. Tours and cultural information are available. So if you want to experience a bit of the Middle East in America, you definitely want to take a peek at this huge landmark. Once again, we've shown you that Metro Detroit is rich and unique and one-of-a-kind landmarks, so get out and take a look around. And if you happen to come across one of these Visit Detroit magazines, you can pick these up because these will also point you in the right direction. And we know that you will find the D experience is fun and pretty educational to boot.
Let's ride.
The Yankee Air Museum in Belleville is hard at work preserving the memories of World War II.
This was the home of the B-24. It was built here during World War II on the other side of the field. We have what we call a flight experience. We're sanctioned by the FAA to get flight experiences in the two bombers. The B-17 and the B-25. You're in the air for about 30 minutes. We've been doing this for years.
It's a once-in-a-lifetime
experience to
go, yeah.
I've told many people, you get off that airplane and honestly tell me you didn't like the ride, I'll give you your money back.
Yeah.
Nobody's taken us up on it yet.
Well, I want to look at some of the planes, and I understand this one behind us is your baby.
I'm the crew chief and flight engineer on it,
okay.
But we have a complete crew of maintenance people that restored it. We spent 9 years restoring this airplane.
This one right here, and now this is a
B-17.
B-17. Oh, it's got your name right on it even, Crew Chief Norm Ellickson.
We've got it back to about 98% authentic. We got a complete set of blueprints out of the Smithsonian. Out of 12,731, there's about 12 flying in the world. One in England, one in France, and about 10 in this country.
And one right here in Metro Detroit.
And of course, this is the best one.
This is the best one. Now, when you come on a tour, you get to go up inside and look at it, and this,
yes.
This is one that you also can have a flight experience with, right?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
can we go up and take a look
Certainly.
at it?
This is the bomb bay. That's why they call it the Flying Fortress. It could carry about 6,000 pounds of bombs, which is not much by today's standards, but on top of that, it's also got 12 50 caliber machine guns on it. This was the left waist gun, 50 caliber. There was a right waist gunner. Mm-hmm. Here in the center, this ball here you see, that's what they call the ball turret. A little fellow sat in there, and he could swing those bottom two guns 360 degrees.
When you come up for your flight experience, where are you at?
There's 5 people that sit back here. We got room for 1 by the ball turret, 3 in what we call the radio room. There's an extra seat in the cockpit, and there's 1 in the glass nose. And once the gear gets up, I give the signal, and you can get up and walk all over the airplane. So
okay.
Everybody gets a chance to, especially that glass nose is what's really.
I was going to say, who gets the lucky seat in the
Yeah.
front? Yeah. Okay, I'm heading up to the cockpit now through the bomb bay, kind of a tight fit. Okay, so now we're up in the cockpit.
Mm-hmm.
And so when you're actually out on a flight experience, it's so amazing that you get to walk around through all of this. I mean, that's just part of the experience too.
Yeah, it's about 98% authentic.
Okay, now we're going to the nose.
This right here is where the bombardier sat. En route to the target, he could fire those 2 machine guns.
So I'm controlling
You're controlling these 2 machine guns right down here.
Down there.
Yeah.
Okay.
The panel here on your left behind you is the panel that drops all the bombs.
Okay, so you get to come on board here as part of the tour.
Yes. This is a troop carrier. You could sit 25 paratroopers in here. This is the static cable up above here. When the captain was getting over the drop zone, he'd turn the light on back there. When the red light came on, you don't hesitate. Out you go.
Out you go. Wow. This is another one that goes up for the flight experience?
Yes, this is a B-25 bomber. It's called Yankee Warrior. No, we fly this in air shows. We also give rides in this. This is sort of our hot rod. It makes more noise and it's faster and more maneuverable, but it's still a great ride.
Does this one seat as many, or is it seat as many as the B-17?
I can take 7 in this one.
We also see that the future is about education. So K through 12 education is going to be a critical component of the future of Yankee Air Museum. And then our storyline is going to focus on Willow Run and the B-24 assembly plant that was here.
Well, I want to thank you, Mark. Doing
You're quite
great work
welcome.
here. And the Yankee Air Museum, it's a great place to come out and tour. It's fun for the little ones, for the old ones to reminisce, and of course for the ultimate, the flight experience at the Yankee Air Museum. Really cool. There are plenty of things to see and do in Metro Detroit this month, and our calendar of events is up next to point you in the right direction. There's still time to rock the riverfront at the free concerts, and the Detroit Improv Festival has some hilarious headliners. Hart Plaza dishes up ribs and R&B. Then the Thunder Over Michigan Air Show soars into town. Hit the grandstands for the rush of NASCAR weekend, and enjoy a taste of Africa at the African World Festival. Find your fuzzy dice for the Woodward Dream Cruise and your quest for fantasy at the Michigan Renaissance Festival. Cruise in style along the Detroit River, and the D is one of only 3 cities for the Eminem Rihanna Monster Tour. Downtown Royal Oak transforms into Ford Arts, Beats, and Eats, and the Michigan State Fair is back bigger than ever in Novi. The silky sounds of the Jazz Fest heat up Hart Plaza, and the streets of Hamtramck come alive with their Labor Day Festival. To learn of any changes, log on to visitdetroit.com or call 1-800-DETROIT. The D has all kinds of great restaurants, but today we are downtown and we're doing a little spin on the classic surf and turf. Up first, Rub Barbecue on West Adams.
Hi, my name is Randy Yono, owner of Rub Barbecue and Pub in Detroit. Just a great tip from Rub Barbecue Detroit. We do currently have valet parking for all your game day needs.
So Randy, what's the significance of the saddles here?
The saddle brings to Detroit our good old down south barbecue.
Which is what you guys do here.
Correct, that's what we do best. We bring down south right into Detroit.
And so what are some of your most popular menu items?
Most popular, if you're talking appetizers, the burn ends, by the end of the day we're completely out.
Yeah, so they're awesome.
They're awesome, they're phenomenal. Beef brisket, pulled pork, and of course our famous ribs that we're known for.
So Randy, tell me a little about the place, kind of a rustic decor, I love it.
What we did here, we brought in a little rustic but yet modern look. We kept a lot of Detroit stuff, the original stuff that was here.
So they've got a whole smorgasbord of food off your menu here.
It looks like some good stuff we're eating over here.
Yeah.
Over here we got the bases loaded, beef brisket, our famous andouille sausage, side of beans and coleslaw. Here we have a sandwich, which is a Harwell with sweet potato fries.
So the Harwell sandwich is after, of course.
Good old Ernie.
Good old Ernie.
If you see on our menu, go to rubbbqdetroit.com. All our sandwiches are named after popular Detroit natives. All our meats we buy locally, Eastern Market. We try to keep all our business on a local level.
So what to affect the flavor? Is that sort of one of your secret ingredients?
It is one of our secret ingredients, but I'll give you this. We do use cherry, apple, and hickory, depending on what we're smoking.
Oh, give it a
Brings
little
out the flavor.
So it's a pretty long bar you've got here.
Well, there's a little history behind this bar. Years ago, this building was known as the Brass Rail, which was known to have the longest bar in Detroit. So we decided, hey, let's go ahead and replicate it and bring the longest bar back. Also, we brought 30 taps of beer, which is pretty much unheard of, which is probably the most amount of taps in the whole city of Detroit.
So for barbecue, you got to have sauce, and these are Rub sauces?
These are 6 of Rub's homemade sauces that are made in-house, all from the finest ingredients and spices. We've got Memphis, which is a sweet sauce. In Detroit, you get a little bit of kick of sweets, spicy. KC is more of a ketchup base, as you know. Apple, your good old apple. We cut fresh apples, put in the sauce.
Cool.
Carolina, mustard base. Texas, one's got a little heat to it.
That one, so Texas is the hot one, and Detroit is sweet and spicy like me.
Correct, there you go.
आप सभी का डेट्रॉइट में स्वागत है।
Okay, now on to the good stuff.
Alrighty, let's talk.
Okay, so this is
This
Rubs.
right here is our full slab of St. Louis ribs. Everything we do here is dry rubbed with a side of sweet potato mash, our famous greens, southern style greens, which we make in-house, and our baked beans. Ribs get smoked in the smoker for about 5 to 6 hours.
Okay.
Yes. This right here we have is a beef brisket,
Beef
which
brisket.
is smoked in the smoker anywhere from 14 to 16 hours.
the pink right here. That's how you know that it's authentically smoked.
And then we have the pulled pork over here, which we smoke anywhere from 12 to 14 hours.
And then the burnt ends you were
Burnt
talking
ends,
about.
which is our most
So I'm not crazy in liking the burnt pieces.
No,
And
dig
take a
in.
little bite. Okay.
Nice and tender.
Oh, that is
Phenomenal.
fabulous. You want to try some? All mine.
Usually brisket, it's hard to tear apart.
Oh, that wasn't at all.
No,
You just saw I sliced
very
that like
tender.
butter. Let me see. That's super tender.
And then of course our Detroit sauce is our most popular,
Detroit.
and pretty much it settles with everything.
So with everything, I'm gonna try a little bit of that on the pork. So again, the pink part, not undercooked. It just means authentically smoked.
Smoked.
Oh, I like it. Very good. I'm gonna Dig in.
That's how we know a real barbecue person.
Oh, these are tender and juicy
Very
too.
tender and juicy.
Delicious.
All our meats, we
Delicious. Look at
butcher
that.
everything in-house here.
So now we know Rub Barbecue Pub in Detroit for awesome finger-looking good barbecue. And now for the surf part of our turf, we're going to enjoy a little seafood at Tom's Oyster Bar on Jefferson, right across from the Rensen.
Hi, I'm Chris Verzi, your host at Tom's Oyster Bar Detroit. We're your place in the D where you can get served. Here's a tip. On game nights, park here and take our shuttle to the game. On non-event nights, park here for $5 or after 6 for free anywhere on the street.
Also, Chris, I'm greeted by a wonderful seafood smell when I come in here.
That's right.
And almost reminiscent of like a New England type feel of decor.
And that's right, and I think that's what we had been going for when we opened back in 2000. This is a place that I think is sophisticated enough to get a fantastic meal at a reasonable price, but you don't have to come in a suit and tie or a dress. You know, come as you are.
Then you've got a great wraparound bar. You can get food here, drinks, just come relax.
Absolutely, everything from sushi, seafood, the grill. We've even got snacks and appetizers. It's a varied menu here in the D, but it's a great place to come for surf. As you'll see, we do a lot of different things on our menu for our lunch. For our dinner, you can get an awesome turkey sandwich, a turkey wrap. You can get wonderful salads here, in addition to all the seafood.
And so you can either dine down here or you can go upstairs.
That's right, during the season.
So another reason to come here, the fabulous view up here.
Just look at this view, like you said.
So you can eat up here, you get a full bar, you put tables out or dining,
Yep,
dancing,
we're gonna have
what do you do, the whole kit and caboodle?
We have a full kitchen here, a full bar, restrooms for everybody. The deck is a wonderful place for you to come, have a great view, have a great meal, and see our city.
And the people mover comes right along here.
Jump up, jump up.
Hey, at home in the D. Could it be more perfect?
I don't think so, yes.
I live in the area, downtown Detroit, and I love the seafood here. Come here frequently.
Detroit is moving up, and I'm happy that Tom's Oyster Bar is a part of this.
Here are the oysters.
Wow, now, so how many oysters are you going to go through in a day?
I couldn't even tell you the exact number of oysters we're going to go through, but it's a lot. We have several bins that are full of anywhere between 75 to 150 oysters, depending on their size, and we'll go through all of them in generally 1 to 2 days' time.
Wow.
This is James, an expert shucker, by the way.
I was going to say, he made that look so easy. It looked like you just popped it open, give it a little twist, and there you go.
That's exactly it. I like the northern ones. They're a little plumper, a little saltier. Southern ones, a little gentler, not as much salt. Now, James, do you eat oysters? No, James doesn't eat them. See, I will. Now, we have you guys here. Do you want to try one, Mick? Are you brave? You can go with the hot sauce. You definitely go with the lemon. You can go with the horseradish cocktail sauce here. I like that the best. I'm okay with hot sauce, but I find it destroys the flavor. Just a dab will do you, to be honest. And this is really, really delicious. Now, you don't have to do this, and some purists don't. So ready?
Purists don't, but
to the D.
Yes, to the D.
To the D. Here we go. Okay. That's delicious. Almost shrimpy in a way, aren't they? Nothing to be afraid of.
You turned me around. Oh, it's, wow.
James?
No. No, James, really. It's delicious.
So come here. So some of the things that we're really proud of here at Tom's Oyster Bar is we're getting everything here from Eastern Market. Our fresh herbs, our vegetables, our eggplant to make our eggplant parmesan. Look at that. It's not quite ready to go yet, but where else can you get that here in the D? And lime juice to make our own key lime pie, which we make right here. I have my New York strip steaks. We have veal. We don't do barbecue here. That's better left for some places. But we do grill a steak, and we grill a darn good one.
Oh, Chris, I love this little behind-the-scenes point of view.
Ramsey is making our blue cheese encrusted New York strip steak as we speak. He works so much in the kitchen. Those are actually burn marks. Those are not that's not tattooed. Your mom would be happy you ate at Tom's Oyster Bar too, because we're using fresh vegetables and we're not cooking them to death.
This is not a commercial.
I know exactly.
Okay, Chris, so ooh la la, these are some of your famous appetizers here.
Famous appetizers, and they actually, some of them eat like a meal to be honest, Veronica. So here we have.
Really?
Yeah.
This is enough food for a meal.
I think so, because this is, well, not if you're me, but hey. This is our cold plate appetizer, and this really is one of those. This is surf. You definitely get down in the day here.
Yeah.
I mean, it has a range of salmon and pâtés and smoked mackerel and peppered mackerel and a northern Michigan whitefish sausage. These are another oyster sampler here. We have some of the blue points that we had. We have some James River.
And
then this is my personal favorite. It's our peel and eat shrimp. Okay, and what we do with these is when we prepare them, instead of just boiling them in water or blanching them, we actually boil them in a dark beer. They have a slight bitterness from the beer, but that beautiful shrimpy flavor, and really, again, more surf in the D.
Fish, sausage.
Absolutely.
Yeah. It doesn't have a heavy, greasy taste like a lot of sausage. It's a light taste. It must be the fish in it that does that.
I would imagine so, yes.
I'm gonna eat the other bite too. No, beer shrimp. So no plate, no lemon or anything. Just
Nothing.
the one
Au naturel. So we're really proud of that.
Very good.
And again, what it is, it's a very delicate, shrimpy flavor.
It is. It's very nice.
And then here's our salmon pâté.
No, I love salmon.
Okay.
More of a bold flavor.
A very
But
bold.
still, oh my goodness, that's delicious.
Yeah, isn't it?
Then I could eat that for breakfast and dessert.
Absolutely.
That is delicious. Oh, I think that's my favorite thing. So there you go, our version of surf and turf in the D. We've got our fabulous barbecue at Rub Barbecue over on West Adams, and of course our surf at Tom's Oyster Bar in Jefferson, which, as you pointed out, also has some turf in it.
It does. It does.
So.
Anyway, hope to see you guys down here.
Yeah.
Right? Cheers.
Cheers.
Everywhere you look and everything you see, a conscience so complete, a heritage so deep, and no one can resist when Smokey sings. And so we're letting you know, now get ready to go. It's all happening here. What's new in the D? Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. It's all happening here, right here in the D. Something you need to hear about Detroit City. You just gotta be here to truly believe what it's like in the D. It's all happening here, what it's like in the D. It's all happening here, what it's like in the D. It's all happening here.
Well, that's our show. Thanks for watching. I'm Veronica Vance. And remember, if you would like more information on any of the places we visited, log on to visitdetroit.com. So until I see you next time, go out and explore on your own and discover the D. To learn about discounts and special offers for featured attractions, plus how to get copies of Visit Detroit magazine, click on visitdetroit.com.
Production funding for this program was made possible by the Detroit Metro Convention and Visitors Bureau, driving tourism growth in Metro Detroit since 1896. More information is available at visitdetroit.com.